Welcome back to Tesla Short's Time Daily, episode 465. It's May 6, 2026, and I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Here's what's happening with Tesla today. California has opened its roads to autonomous semi-trucks, clearing a regulatory path for Tesla's electric hauler. California has approved autonomous semi-trucks on its public roads. The change removes a key barrier for driverless long-haul operations and directly supports Tesla's Semi program. It allows the company to test and deploy full self-driving capabilities in one of the largest freight markets without constant human supervision. From a regulatory and business standpoint, this opens the door to scaled testing in a state that handles a huge share of national freight volume. Tesla can now move beyond supervised pilots toward genuine driverless routes that reduce labor costs and improve scheduling reliability. The approval also signals to other states that autonomous freight is becoming acceptable policy rather than experimental. Regulatory progress pairs with real-world fleet adoption, which we will look at next. A growing list of companies now operate or pilot the Tesla Semi, including PepsiCo with roughly 50 units since late 2022. Several others have single-unit deployments, including DHL, MDB Transportation, Height Logistics, AILO Logistics, and Mona Transport. Shorter pilots have also appeared at ABF Freight and a few additional operators. The pattern shows both large-scale adoption at major fleets and cautious testing at smaller logistics firms. This mix gives Tesla steady data from high-volume routes while also validating the truck in varied duty cycles. Fleet operators are seeing the combination of electric efficiency and the potential for future autonomy as a way to control long-term operating costs. While hardware and policy move forward, let us step back and consider what actually drives commercial EV progress. Taking a step back from today's headlines, the steady addition of real-world semi-operators alongside new regulatory clearances suggests that fleet data and policy support matter more for commercial EV progress than isolated vehicle specs. The list of confirmed users now includes PepsiCo running roughly 50 units since late 22, plus multiple smaller pilots that began in 2024 and 2025. When these deployments are paired with state-level incentives reaching $120,000 to $175,000 per truck, and California's recent approval of autonomous semis, the effective cost and operational barriers drop faster than hardware improvements alone would achieve. Tesla's ability to combine its own battery production software stack and charging network with these external tailwinds gives it a practical route to scale in freight. Pure-play truck makers without equivalent vertical integration will find it harder to match that combination of internal control and external support. The result is that progress in commercial electric vehicles looks less like a single breakthrough vehicle and more like the steady removal of external friction points. On the passenger vehicle side, sales momentum is also improving in key markets. Tesla recorded an April sales rebound across Europe with multiple countries posting doubled volumes from earlier periods. The company has shifted focus from saturated Nordic markets toward higher volume countries. The increase adds more vehicles on the road that can later receive FSD capability. This geographic rebalancing helps Tesla maintain overall volume while seeding future software revenue in markets with stronger growth potential. Higher registration numbers also strengthen Tesla's negotiating position with suppliers and local governments. Not every market is moving in the same direction, however. BYD has moved ahead of Tesla in several important overseas markets. The shift reflects stronger competitive pressure in regions where Tesla previously held clearer leads. Tesla will need continued product refreshes and localized strategies to respond in those markets. The overtake is a reminder that Chinese manufacturers have scaled production and pricing aggressively outside their home base. For Tesla, the response will likely involve tighter integration between vehicle updates and regional software features. Investors are watching whether the company can stabilize share in these markets without heavy price cuts that hurt margins. Pricing differences can also influence buyer decisions at the border. The Tesla Model 3 carries an approximately $8,000 lower price in Canada than in the United States. The difference may reflect local incentives, currency adjustments, or regional pricing strategy. It could influence buyer decisions near the border and highlight how Tesla adapts to individual markets. Canadian buyers gain an immediate cost advantage that could accelerate adoption in provinces with strong EV rebates. The gap also shows Tesla's willingness to fine-tune pricing rather than maintain a single global figure. Cross-border shopping becomes more attractive when the savings exceed typical travel and import friction costs. Older vehicles are also getting attention through software tweaks. Owners of Intel-powered Teslas can adjust settings to improve the on-screen vehicle avatar that appears different from AMD-equipped models. The change addresses visual quality in the car's interface without requiring hardware upgrades. It helps deliver a more consistent experience across Tesla's mixed fleet of older and newer computers. For owners who bought vehicles during the transition period, this update removes one of the more noticeable differences in daily use. A uniform visualization also reduces confusion when drivers switch between cars or share vehicles within households. In China, Tesla is tightening internal controls around the same FSD technology. Tesla updated its employee FSD trial policy in China to include a 5 million renminbi penalty for confidentiality violations on HW4 vehicles. The clause aims to limit leaks during internal testing. The move indicates heightened caution around FSD development in the region. Protecting proprietary code becomes especially important as testing expands and more employees gain access to the latest hardware. The policy also signals to regulators and partners that Tesla takes data security seriously in a market with strict rules. Real-world use of existing features sometimes delivers unexpected value, as one owner recently discovered. A driver shared how Summon allowed easy pickup of their fiancée after she pulled a calf muscle during a 10-mile race in Philadelphia. The feature shifted from one of the owner's least used options to a practical solution when mobility was limited. It demonstrates how existing software can deliver unexpected value in daily life. Stories like this show that even incremental autonomy features can turn into meaningful quality of life tools during unplanned situations. Broader energy economics are also shifting in Tesla's favor. A new IRENA report finds solar, wind, and battery storage becoming more cost competitive. The analysis points to improving economics for paired renewable generation and storage. Tesla's energy products stand to benefit as these systems scale in utility and commercial applications. Lower storage costs make it easier for businesses to pair Tesla Powerwall or Megapack installations with on-site solar. Utilities evaluating long-duration storage will see the numbers improve, which could accelerate project pipelines. Finally, a quick note on infrastructure comfort for European drivers. Tesla and BK World opened a new facility near Lyon, France, next to 28 superchargers. The site includes a climate-controlled indoor lounge with seating, coffee machines, stocked refrigerators, and accessible restrooms. It is the fifth such location in France after earlier openings in Roye, Senat, Mignon, and Mâcon. The addition improves long-distance travel comfort on the European network. Drivers now have reliable indoor space for rest or work while vehicles charge, which reduces the friction of longer trips. Similar facilities help position Tesla's charging network as more than just fast plugs. Before we go, keep an eye on how Tesla adjusts its China testing protocols as more HW4 vehicles enter internal FSD trials there. That's your Tesla news for today. TSLA closed at $394.89, up $7.63, 2%. If you found this useful, a rating or review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify really helps new listeners find the show. You can also find us on X at Tesla Shorts Time. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. This podcast is curated by Patrick, but generated using AI voice synthesis of my voice. The primary reason to do this is I unfortunately don't have the time to be consistent with generating all the content and wanted to focus on creating consistent and regular episodes for all the themes that I enjoy. And I hope others do as well.